What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Very special video today. We have TCU linebacker Johnny Hodges joining us today. Johnny, what's up, man? How are you, bro?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, and I'm glad we could meet up.
And of course, I got my boy Nick right beside me. Nick, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Very special video today. This is my first ever video talking to a college football player. But yeah, let's get started. Nick, go ahead. Let's go.
All right. So the first question I have for you is, what was it like leading your team in tackles your junior year?
I guess it's like a cool thing, but it wasn't something that I was really like focused on. I was definitely just trying to selfishly play like the best I could play, and just playing hard, and the tackles and leading the tackles came with it. But a bunch of other people had really good years, and obviously my D line really helped with getting the linebackers.
100%.
So it was really cool, like looking back, but it's not something that you really care about. It's something you notice and you see, but I just knew like if I played the best I could be, like that maybe could happen, and kind of if you playing inside, so it was cool.
Okay, so it wasn't obviously like the end goal, but when you look back at it, maybe after the year was over, you're like that it was something to be proud of.
Because to be honest, if I played football at the college level and I had the most tackles in my junior year, I think that would, for me, that'd be sick.
Yeah. It's cool, but it's just part of the game, Like a D lineman should have the most sacks, safeties are corner, most picks, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Next question: what's your perspective on the transfer portal, and what was your experience doing it?
So
we know you went to Navy, then to TCU, correct?
Yeah. So my perspective on the transfer portal, I mean, it's a lot to it. For me, it helped me so much. Like it resurrected and saved my football career. Like I was at the Naval Academy, and I'm extremely grateful for what I went through there, and the people I met and how I was coached. But I just knew it wasn't the right fit for me at the end of the day. So entering the transfer portal helped me get another opportunity and see a different side of things. Like I was in the transfer portal for a while, didn't get a single offer, and then literally out of the blue got an offer to TCU. So I could kind of relate to people needing a fresh start, going somewhere new, and turning over a new leaf. And I can also relate to like some kids who leave and then they're like, oh shoot, now I can't play football anymore. So it's really hit or miss. It's like the Wild West. It's a scary place, but fortunately for me, it worked out.
Is there a reason why you chose TCU, or is that like the only offer you got?
That was the only offer I got.
It's a sick offer, though. It's a great offer.
Pretty sick offer, yeah.
It was a sick offer.
I'm really like, it's just crazy how God works and how I ended up here and how it all worked out. So I was really pumped, to say the least.
And so awesome. It was your first year after transferring where you guys went to the Natty, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
It's
a great year to transfer.
Going from there to go to the Natty, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
in own place.
100%. So in that year, it says you won the Big 12 Defensive Newcomer of the Year. So what was it like receiving that award? Did it feel special, or was it kind of similar to the tackles like thing, or
like for you, it's no biggie?
Yeah. I mean, it's similar to the tackles. Like obviously, I don't know. When you compete and you play hard, you definitely want to get recognized for it. And I think human nature is you like recognition for performance and stuff. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't mean much. Like most people, I care, my parents care, but no one else cares. Like other coaches don't care. No one cares. I'm glad I was on a good team and I played well, and that's why I got the award. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean much.
Fair.
That's awesome. Yeah. This next question: who's one NFL player you looked up to and why? For me, I don't know why. When I look at you, I have a feeling you like this one NFL player, but it's just because I feel like looking at you, you remind me of him and maybe Leighton Vander Esch. That's one player.
I feel like yeah,
the neck pad. That's what it does. But who's one NFL player that you look up to and why?
Shoot, there's so many. I mean, every person, if you just listen to them, everyone has a story, right?
Yeah.
I always like an underdog story, someone who necessarily wasn't supposed to make it and made it, and almost every single guy does. Like even Leighton Vander Esch, he was a walk-on at Boise State. Like you didn't get any offers, and then next thing you know, he's a first-round pick. Incredible NFL career. But let's see.
There's a lot of great players.
Yeah, I think like someone like Kurt Warner, just his story, how he like didn't really perform well in college, was working as a grocery store clerk or something like that, played arena football. Next thing you know, he's winning Super Bowls in the Hall of Fame. Like, it's just something like that. That's just so inspiring to just stick with it, because it's, it's not going to be good every day. And there might be a time it's not good, but if you stick with it, good things can happen. That's kind of what happened with that.
Exactly.
100%. So was there anybody that you like would watch their tape and kind of model your game after theirs?
Yeah.
Oh, from a linebacker perspective, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the greats, even now, like I love watching.
Is there anyone right now? Yeah, anyone right now that you kind of model your game after? Like you watch your games, you're like, man, I want to play like this guy right here.
I mean, obviously, you guys are Niners guys, like Fred Warner's, and my buddy D Winters plays on the team too. So and he's incredible. I really like Logan Wilson. I think I really try to get my size and weight from him. We're pretty similar in that regards. He's a little bit taller than me, but the list just goes on and on. Levante David on the Bucks, I think he just plays in the right way. I really enjoy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. The Zach Bond. I really enjoyed watching
Zach Bond. He came out of nowhere too. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he got thrown into a new position. Next thing
he flies.
All pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he flies to the ball.
I mean, the list goes on and on, but I'd say like definitely I like Levante David, because I think he plays a similar style. Just you got to put your face into somebody and sacrifice. 100%. And Fred Warner, same thing. And on top of that, he's just such a freak. I mean, both of them are. So a lot of these guys.
So I have a question. This isn't necessarily on our list of questions, but what do you think your biggest strength is at the linebacker position? And what's something that you maybe aren't the best at, but want to work on?
So my biggest strength at the linebacker position is definitely my mind. Like I definitely like enjoying watching film, trying to learn the game, use my mind as my advantage over athleticism. I'm pretty athletic, but I definitely think there's things that your mind can do that have gotten me to where I am that I wouldn't have gotten if I just didn't put in the time and effort I do outside of, running, and conditioning and strength, stuff like that. So my mind's probably my biggest strength. Something I want to work on. I think I definitely want to work on my pass rush. This year was just kind of in a new scheme. It was weird. I had like a really good fall camp, and I felt my pass rush was money, and then it kind of got stagnant during the season. Just kind of depends on situation and how things were playing, but that's something I want to work on for sure.
Okay. And then the next one is what's the college football life like? Like what's a day in the life kind of thing?
Day in the life.
How many film studies are you doing a day? How many times are you eating? Like how many practices, weight sessions, all of it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, sure. So this year was nice. This year was my 5th year, and I was able to be a post grad. So I only had class like 1 3-hour class a week, and I was able to get my master's just by doing that. Sick. So that was really sick. Like just focus on football. But for the rest of the kids or the rest of the guys in college, I mean, it's a haul. So we would have 6 a.m. workouts. So we'd go, and our strength coach, he's kind of infamous, but he really squeezes out. They go like 6 to 9, and you'd have like a little break at like 7:30. So you'd run, and then the big guys get straight from the run to the lift. Whereas people like me and the skills would get breakfast, then go lift, which is awful because you're like, I can't really eat much.
Yeah.
And then I know now they're doing like the rules kind of change every year, the NCAA rules, how coaches can like coach you during the week. So I know they're doing meetings either once or twice a week from like 9:30 till 11:30. They'll do like a meeting, an hour meeting, hour walkthrough. So you'll go through coverages, blitzes, whatever the coaches want to go over. So that can bring you to like 11:30. Days, and that's not fun. But if you don't have those meetings, you usually don't do your workout by like 9:30. Our team, all one group. I know a bunch of schools, you'll do like there's 6 a.m. lifts, 9, whatever. But we're all done by 9, and then 11 o'clock classes start. And usually you're on like a college schedule. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you'll have 2 or 3 45-minute classes, and Tuesday, Thursday, you'll probably have 2 or 3, like hour and a half, maybe a 3-hour class. So just kind of depends on your schedule really, and how what you can take. So chalk up class from anywhere from like 11 to 5, hit or miss with breaks in between. And then in the season, you got to be getting treatment and finding times to get rest. stuff like that. And then I always like to watch at least like an hour of film a day, just get in my subconscious, take some notes, really try to
Sounds sick.
see what the other coordinator likes to run, whether they're big counter, big RPO, see what I can pick up, and then, study the playbook. So my days usually done by like 6 or 7. Then I got a dog, so I just take her out and try to relax with that.
Love that.
Sounds awesome. Next question. How is it? We're Niners guys. How is it like playing with D Winters? Because he's a dog. He's a dog.
I mean, I consider him one of my like best friends and someone I really look up to, just because when I came in, he took me under his wing. Like I was a new guy and age, but I'm coming from a squad I didn't play much at, and it was a group of 5, very good. And he couldn't be nicer to me, hyped me up, made me love the game, love the culture, and I just like seeing him succeed and play well. Like his game against Michigan, I mean, that just launched his career, got him drafted. Probably that game alone because he played so well. And now look at him; he's starting in games as a 6th-round draft pick, undersized or underweight, like whatever his scouting report says, and he's playing well, having 8 tackle games here and there. So
I think out of that draft, Nick, I think he was the best. When did we draft him? 2020.
23. So he
23.
Yeah.
I think out of that draft, he was our best player in that draft class. 2023. If not the best players.
Yeah.
Like he's awesome. I love D Winter.
He worked hard and he's an even better person. And I 4-4. Like the boy can move.
He plays so fast. It's insane. And I think he's learning a little bit from Dre, because Dre plays like his head's on fire, and I think he's doing the same thing. So
he has 2 very mentors, to say the least.
Yeah. So then back to kind of what you were just talking about is, you were saying like you didn't play very much in Navy, transferring to TCU. Out of high school, I saw your post, like it says you were 0, like you had no stars, right? So you were kind of were like not on anybody's radar. So what was it like coming out with no stars, trying to play college football, and did it put kind of like a chip on your shoulder?
For sure. I mean, when I left high school, I went to Navy to play lacrosse. Like I had a couple offers and I didn't have any football offers. So I went there to play lacrosse. The football team was really good my freshman year, but I wasn't on the team. I was on the lacrosse team. Then COVID happened. So I ended up walking, long story short, I ended up walking on my sophomore year. And it just, I really missed football, and I love lacrosse and stuff, but I just definitely wanted kind of a change of scenery. And, lacrosse is hard. There's spots to play. And I was like, I think I'm better playing football. I'm not going to lie. So I walked on, and just knowing where I came from, like I've always been able to play and stuff, but just getting to like a point like this where I have a chance of playing in the NFL. Like if you told me that in high school, I'd be like, sign up, dude. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So you see those like 0-star recruits. It's nice. It adds the chips in my shoulder and stuff, but like it is what it is. I got a chance to show I could play.
Dude, your pin post. That post is sick. That post is so sick. We were talking about it literally like 10 minutes before we brought you on. Like this is like such a sick Instagram post. So sick. Last question. Who's your favorite NFL team and why?
Who's my favorite NFL team? So my favorite NFL team is the Cleveland Browns. So I grew up in Washington D.C. as a Redskins fan, now the Commanders. And my dad, he was like a diehard, and then he got so fed up with kind of the culture and how they're just losing. He would go to games back when they were really good in like the 80s and 90s, and then saw it taking a turn for the worst with the ownership or whatever. So he saw some article about some Moneyball thing, not the movie, but there's like trying to get extra draft picks, and he's like, this is the team of the future. So he like joined the bandwagon. Then they went 0-16 2 years ago. I love my dad, so I just followed him. Like, what are we doing? Then we went to the playoffs. That's fun. This year sucked, but I'd say the Cleveland Browns. But now I know people and I've played people in the NFL. Like I like rooting for people I've played and people I know.
Yeah.
Chargers. I like the 49ers. I like the Rams. All those guys. So
this is another question. Who do you think the Browns are going to draft? Do you have any idea? Like if let's say you were the general manager for the Browns, who would you want the Browns to draft?
I don't know. Don't put me. Draft me.
Draft me. First pick.
From what I see, they're definitely trying to get a quarterback though. So,
quarterback.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Do though.
Wait, I have another good one. Good one.
Yeah.
So we talked about like players you look up to in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody in college outside of obviously your teammates? Is there like a linebacker in college you're like, yo, like partnering up with this guy and playing linebacker would be awesome?
Yes and no. So those guys, like, obviously when I came to TCU, I like looked up to them, and now I think of them as peers. So I really enjoyed watching other Big 12 linebackers, and I hate to say it, but comparing myself to them,
Yeah.
Is that. Like watching SEC linebackers, Big 10 linebackers. But at this point, like, it's more important for me to make a team. Like, I'm not too worried about who I'm getting paired up with and this and that. I just want to, get to a team and show them, like, hey, like, I can play, dude. Let's do this. So that's
100%.
rather than like, who should I get up with and why? I'm not really.
Yeah.
Who was one?
I'm not.
Go. Oh, I was gonna say, does it give you like confidence knowing that you already kind of beat the odds and that small percentage of players to have a chance, and then like some people say like later round picks or even undrafted players have like a 1 point something percent, even like D winners had a low percent chance to really make a team and get playing time. Does that kind of give you confidence that you can beat the odds again on that certain percentage because you've already done it?
Yes, 100%. Like, I've already
love that.
Gutter and
Yep.
Wanted me, no one believed in me, and now here we go again. Like, let's do it.
Yep. I love that.
Last question. Was there one college player that you played against and it was like, oh crap, we got to play against this guy? Like, was there one guy where you're like, oh man, this guy's so
like a running back or like
oh, this guy's so good. He's so good. This is gonna be a rough game.
Well, it's definitely when you're playing a dog, like leading up, there's some sleepless, like worries sometimes. I remember the first time we played Texas and Bijan Robinson was the running back. I'm like, and you watch film. Next thing I know, it's Thursday, Friday, and I'm like, I know what's coming, and I know.
Yeah.
And then that kind of how I try to do it. Like this year in the Big 12, there was a plethora of really talented running backs. We went on like a 5-game stretch where, we're playing every single week was Doak Walker watch week for the running backs. So, all right, here we go. Like Monday, tough day. Tuesdays, tough days, tough days. Thursday, okay. Fridays, like our new coaches made Fridays like they're really tough practices, which are frustrating because I like things to be smooth, but it definitely helped in regards to our team and stuff. And then next thing you know, it's Saturday, and I'm like, okay, there we go. Like preseason number 1 running backs, Ali Gordon. I'm like, okay, I tackled him. Okay, cool. Next play. So I'd say, yeah, there's definitely. I'd be lying to say if it wasn't like fear almost. It's not like I'm like afraid, but it's like you're playing a dog, so you're going to have to bring the best out of you, and then you just got to get that first hit in a game. And usually those for me settle down once I'm like, I can do this. Then boom, next thing happens. It's a good game.
Yeah. What's the best atmosphere you've ever played in? Like best stadium? Like the stadium was just so loud. Like you're like, holy crap, this is so loud.
Amon G. Carter, TCU Stadium.
I love that answer. I love
That's
that
a great
answer.
That's a great answer.
I love that answer.
I'll throw like a curveball. Like the biggest stadium I played in was Texas Stadium. I think they have the biggest stadium in the country, top 5, other than like Michigan. I think there's 105,000 people. But the game that I played in that was outside of like, semifinal national championship, Big 12, that was the loudest stadium. Like I think Kansas State has a really good stadium. But we played at Kansas the year we went to the national championship, and we were 5-0, and I think they were 5-0 for the first time since like who knows when.
Yeah.
And that stadium, I think it only held like 45,000 at the time. They're renovating the whole thing to make it twice the size or something like that. But that stadium was so loud, and they were so passionate just because they hadn't been there like in people's lifetime. Yeah. So I'll say when I played at Kansas. 2022. That was the craziest stadium environment I've ever been down.
That's awesome. And that was when they had this same quarterback that they have now, Daniels, and then Devin Neal, and they had Mello and Kobe Bryant. So they had a good team that year for the first time in a while. And I remember a couple seasons before that they had a terrible team. So the fans probably rallied around that. I have one more question though.
Take your time as you guys want.
All right. Do you have does TCU have like a pregame like ritual, I guess, or not a ritual, but like a like some teams tap a saying as they walk out through the tunnel? Like what is that? And then do you have one yourself?
Like, cause when I play college football 25, like you know how the starting intros, it's like they're all tapping the wall or they're touching the statue. Like, do you guys have something like that? And do you have a pregame ritual as well?
Yeah. So I'll do my pregame ritual. Like once I come in from warmups, I just try to get as calm as possible. Like obviously I'm going to go into a hostile environment. I don't feel like I need to listen to crazy music, get all fired up. Like I am fired up. There's thousands of people. There's incredible athletes on the other side. Like they want, and I want to hurt them in a sense. Like they want to hit me up with them. As a team, we have like 10 minutes essentially to do your own thing, get whatever you need. And, Coach Dykes calls us up. We do a team prayer. He says the spiel. We break at a home game. When we go out the tunnel, we do tap that wall you were saying. It's on the wall. It says fight them until health is over and then fight them on the ice. And the first coach at TCU, I mean, TCU fans are probably going to be bummed. I can't think of his name right now, but he would say that, and that's kind of been our slogan or our motto. So I remember
I love that.
That's just what we did, and I'm like, all right, I'll tap the wall too. Like, cool with me. That's the thing. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, I don't have Nick. You got any more questions?
Dude, I don't know. Those are some good ones.
Great questions.
I think that's it.
That's it. Well, Johnny, thank you so much, man. This means a lot. Like, genuinely means a lot. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. But make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. We'll see if we can get any other players on the show. But thank you guys for watching. Peace out.